All right, common theme for speakers at the Republican National Convention: bash Hillary Clinton. If you don't vote for us as Republicans, you're going to get Hillary Clinton and a third term for Mr. Obama. Look who's here. Kirsten Powers, columnist at USA Today. All right, Kirsten, I know you're smiling here. Do you think that's...
I'm always happy to see you.
That's good news. Now, all the speakers last night seemed to say, look, unite the Republican Party, because if you don't unite, you get Hillary. You think it worked?
Yeah, well, I actually think that's going to be one of the strongest arguments for Trump, because there are a lot of Republicans who are not completely behind Trump 100%. A recent Pew poll came out showing that I think it was about 45% are not happy with either of their choices, though then these were of evangelical supporters who would normally be right behind the Republican candidate, but they don't like Hillary Clinton, and so that's why they're going to back Donald Trump. So I think for them to drive home the fact that, like, we know you may not completely love Donald Trump, but let's remember what we don't want, and we don't want Hillary Clinton.
I'm sure that will be reversed next week, when it will all be about how bad Donald Trump is. You don't want him, you want us. But
exactly.
You know, I know what you really want to talk about, Kirsten. I know that you want to talk about my describing the conventional media as being pathetic in suggesting that Mrs. Trump was plagiarizing Michelle Obama. I think it was pathetic. I don't think it was plagiarism at all. I think they're nitpicking. They're desperate to find something wrong with Melania Trump. Even though it was a fine speech in English, which was not her native tongue. She's an immigrant. She was poised. She was beautiful, if I'm allowed to say that. She was terrific last night, but the media is picking on this, a couple of phrases which were also used by Michelle. Go ahead, say it, speak your piece.
Well, look, I think Melania does seem like a lovely person, and I don't see any reason to attack her, but it does seem to me to be pretty similar to what Michelle Obama said, and, you know, I don't know why you think it's pathetic to point that out. I mean, you know, and the fact that Michelle Obama is a first lady is pretty coincidental. It's pretty coincidental that she would be...
Really?
I don't know if it's the best shot. I think it's just that it's very similar and that people point that out. And if it happened to be similar to a speech that John Kerry had made, then maybe it wouldn't be so strange. But one does think they probably were reading Michelle Obama speeches in preparing a potential First Lady speech, and they may have lifted this, and that's pretty
I don't know whether you can see this, but on the left-hand side of the screen is Paul Manafort running the Trump campaign. He was on Good Morning America today saying, she used her own words.
Okay. I mean, maybe she did. They're just very coincidentally the same words that Michelle Obama used. I don't think it's the end of the world, frankly, even if somehow it accidentally got into her speech. They should just apologize for it. But of course, we know that that's never going to happen, because Donald Trump never apologizes really for anything.
Oh, you got it in right at the very you got it in. A little snippet right there. Oh, Kirsten Powers, I tell you what. It's a shame we're out of time. It's a shame we're coming up on a hard break. You know how it is. Thanks for being with us, Kirsten. It is appreciated. Thank you very much indeed.